So, June, I'm driving back to the office. I thought, how can I communicate people with a social distance? So, got this. See you later, guys. My hands split. Hello guys, I'm back.
How to improve Instagram engagement. Boom, let's go. Number 1, use carousels. Carousels give you more images on your post and double to triple the chance of engagement, triple the chance of a like, triple the chance of a comment, etc, etc. Number 2, hashtag the fuck out of your content. More hashtags equal more search visibility, equal more people seeing your content, equal more engagement. Number 3, know your audience. If you go on the Instagram analytics tool, it'll give you a breakdown of when the people that follow you are most likely to engage with your content on Instagram. Use that, post content then, and boom. Number 4, video. People are more likely to stop on their timeline when they see a video. They're more likely to click on it, they're more likely to like it, more likely to comment on it. Just use video whenever you can. Boom.
Okay, so I've got one quick PPC tip for you this week, which is about how clear your ad messaging is at the moment. We've found that consumers are actually much less sensitive to being really clear with directing your ad messaging. So don't feel like you have to be too sensitive and scarce around your ad messaging. Consumers still have demand and they're still happy to be communicated to very clearly. In fact, they react much better, as we know, to clear communication. So what I would recommend is try not to skate around being too ambiguous with your ad messaging. Put your clear call to actions in there and be really, really clear about your offering. Don't feel like you have to be hypersensitive and not put any clear actions in there, because consumers still want to see that. So make sure that your ad copy still has those really clear call to actions and is really clearly communicating your service offering, because consumers are ready for it and they want to see it and will react to it as well.
If you fall in, I am going to really laugh. Just saying.
If I fall in, I'm going to cry. Okay, I'll stop that. No, okay. Can't even get myself.
Hello! How you doing, mate? Good to see you. 2 meters. Social distance.
Good?
Yes.
Sweet.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay, go back from the top. Okay, so last week Google announced an update to the algorithm that will take place in 2021, at the beginning of it by the looks of it, that will focus on the user experience and how that plays into your search rankings. So this should be no surprise to absolutely anyone. Anyone who's in the UX and CRO industry, which is what I've focused on the majority of my career, knows that both Google and anyone in UX are pulling in the same direction. It's just what they can see and what they can measure determines how well they can closely align to each other. So it's now outlined 5 key aspects that it's going to look at. One is mobile friendliness and responsiveness, which is great. The second is page speed, again, quite obvious there. Security, and then it's also brought in specifics around kind of intrusive ads and how the layout changes once the user is actually on the page, so things start to jump around a bit. So these are all things that Google can actually see. I think the biggest problem going forward will always be how Google can actually measure the user experience, and a lot of the metrics that UX specialists, CRO specialists actually look at don't actually house within kind of Google suites. Often you've got Google Analytics within there, but it can't start utilising a load of those because then it starts to create a monopoly as well. But this recent update is a good example of how it's going to be brought into the algorithm as well. By the looks of it, there's going to be a bit of a fair warning before it goes live, so that advertisers have the chance to be able to actually update these and get the website in line with it. But I think from our clients, from a lot of people out in the industry right now, most will be falling in line with this anyway. And if you're not, it's going about it the same way. Make sure your site's as fast as it can be, make sure it's mobile friendly and responsive, make sure it's fully secure, and make sure the page experience on the site, once you actually get on there, isn't jumping about. You're not putting intrusive pop-ups, you're not putting intrusive adverts or anything like that. As long as you follow that, which should be more or less common sense, then I think you're going to be fine.
Don't forget to wash your hands.